Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome and thank you for stopping in at my channel today. This is Divine Tidings. Today's message is a little bit different. I got more of a nature message this morning while I was on a morning walk. It was actually not too bad of a morning walk this morning, not too humid, so I was able to get out there comfortably for a little bit. But anyways, it's interesting on my walks. A lot of times I'll come across little nature trinkets like feathers or really pretty snail shells, some big, some like really super tiny that are just absolutely adorable. And I'll collect them sometimes, and or little acorns. But yeah, this morning it was a lot of it was more so like live wildlife, you know, just seeing life just moving, not like little remnants of dawn peaking, you know, but this was like the first one that I came across was this beautiful Luna moth. I'll try to insert a picture here at this time. She was, or he, I don't know. It was just such a beautiful moth, Luna moth caterpillar that just stuck out so brightly with her bright green, almost neon green, just popped out of nowhere, munching on the grass, cutest little chonker. But it gave this message of a big transformation coming in, because later, well, I'll get to that in a moment. I did look up some interesting facts. Did a little crash course on the life cycle of a Luna moth. But at the end of my walk, as I was coming back home, walking up my driveway, there was this cute, tiny little garter snake that was just chilling next to my car, stretched out. It couldn't have been that old. It wasn't a very big snake, but still kind of cute. Definitely noticeable for sure. So, and both of these beautiful creatures graciously allowed me to take their photos. So that's how I am able to show you their beauty and share their beauty with you as well. But as I was looking back on the walk and doing my little research and looking up things of this, that, or the other about the Luna moth and garter snakes as well, uh, the Luna moth, the stage that this particular caterpillar was in, was probably like a couple weeks out from entering into its cocoon phase, I want to say, which coincides with the full moon. So, and which the full moon represents like planting a seed, getting ready for something to flourish. This is the time, the fertile time for something to grow, you know, and begin. But sorry, this is Jack. He wanted to assist with this message at this time. So he is chilling in my lap at the moment, trying to make my leg fall asleep. Anyways, back to the message. So with the, I don't know, I feel like there's something special within the lunar cycle that's coming up at this time. Maybe the collective could be stepping into a new phase of their life that maybe we're trusting the flow of the process a little bit more than we would have in the past. This brings me to the garter snake. I didn't know this, but apparently garter snakes, and if I'm incorrect on this being a garter snake, please feel free to correct me. I'm not familiar with a lot of the snakes and everything. I just know this one was definitely a harmless little fella, at least. But yeah, an interesting fact about garter snakes is they don't lay eggs. Their young are actually born, you know, live right there and there, right then and there. So it's like this idea of kind of being thrown into things in the past and just being expected to know what to do. So you basically just were having to move off of instinct, off of survival mode. It's like being stuck in that reptilian mindset of fight, flight, or freeze, or even fawn. but stepping out of that phase and moving into this new phase of trusting the flow. But there's also this, going back to that reptilian phase, there's this message I feel like that's coming through for the collective who resonates with this message is that don't force this process at the time. It's like this need to push through to make something happen, but you're really being guided to kind of let the process unfold on its own timing, in divine timing. Get into the flow state of things, because if you think about if you were to disrupt a cocoon while it's in its metamorphosis, while it's going through this necessary part of the process, it would just obliterate the whole thing, the whole life. That sorry, I'm trying to move Jack away from the flame. Yeah, you don't want to burn yourself. I feel like that's a message there in itself. Here, I'm curious. I'm going to get a word on this. What's a word on this for the collective? Outer. So something that we are working on in terms of our outer world. Dark. Oh, okay. Okay. And it could be this the outer world. We could be feeling the pressure of something happening right now. Going back to the garter snake, and think of, getting ready to shed your skin. When snakes get ready to shed their skin, like I'm sure I can imagine the pressure that they feel as they're growing, and the skin has to, go through its process of getting ready to release itself, but it can't be forced. You know what I mean? So it might feel like this dark phase at this moment in time. It could be feeling a lot of pressure that might be pulling you back into this old version of ourselves, or that old version of ourselves might be tempting to unlock again, if that makes sense, if that's the right word. Be here. So something about, I feel like this is something about networking too. Being mindful of the environment, being mindful of the environment that we're in. It's interesting because the position that the snake was in, where he or she was chilling at, there are a couple stray cats that roam around, so that's a very vulnerable place to be sitting. So being mindful of where we are deciding to place ourselves, that could be almost in a sense self-sabotaging if we do go against our instinct, our intuition on something. Being open-minded, but making sure that we're in an environment that is supportive of our growth at this time as we're moving through. Oh, and we got this little kitty cat contemplating, almost looks like my Jack there, sitting on a fence. And the word dark too. So allowing this dark phase to embolden you. Oh, got the resting Buddha on the deck, at the bottom of the deck. So this underlying need of needing to, take a pause, let it unfold. It is as it's supposed to unfold. What is here? We'll get a few more cards, because the general message has definitely been given, but we'll get a few more cards and see if there's anything else that might relate a little more personally to who this resonates with at this time. What's the advice moving forward, Spirit? Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, ooh, and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, take that one. Three of Pentacles did pop out, but so that's just clarifying, community, who we are building with. And let's see, got the Six of Pentacles with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like maybe in the past at some point, let's see this. Okay, so that cycle is over. There was in the past, this feeling of giving and a lack of reciprocating back with the Four of Wands in reverse. This could be within the home at some point. when we were younger, but there's this newfound passion, this newfound spark of, could be an idea of sorts. Let me see. Yeah, just something that you are investing in to grow. And your advice is to, yeah, be mindful. Be mindful of how we are giving and taking, and be mindful, I keep saying be. I feel like I'm like just stuttering on the beat. I'm a beat. Oh, okay. So you're getting ready to step up to a whole nother level. And that's where this Ace of Wands is coming into. So it could be some kind of passion project, but allow, as you're allowing this transformation to unfold, like I said, be mindful of where we are giving and what is reciprocal of what we are giving and what is going to give back as well to help our own growth. Not in a vain or greedy way, but that balance of life. You know what I mean? To keep everything in the flow copacetically. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Two swords making a decision. Interesting. Let's see this. Take a look here. Home. Something within the home. Maybe within the home, this is where we are needing to feel like we're withdrawing at this time. Interesting, because we had the home in the reverse there. I don't know. I feel like more so family. Interesting. Some of the family. So there could be this worry of how our transformation is being seen. But you're being told to trust this process, because this is going to be even bigger and brighter than you expect it to be. And that is absolutely beautiful. Here, let me get one more card out of here. One more card, please, Spirit. Oh, got the beautiful butterfly. Yes, confirming this transformation, allowing it to happen. And blue, that takes me to like the throat chakra, or even the third eye chakra too. So being confident in how we are speaking, how we are showing ourselves, how we are allowing others to see us, and being mindful on, being mindful on the environment that we are in. And it's not to say that, it's bad, but it's just not a place that is going to nurture this growth, this process. So I feel like, going back to the Luna Moth Caterpillar cycle, I feel like there's something that big that's going to be happening, not just within this full moon phase, but within the upcoming new moon phase, which I believe is around September 10th. And that's going to be this time of, allowing this energy, this passion, this project, this idea, whatever it is that you're working on, to really just bang and hit the mark exactly where it needs to, for the benefit of all, for the good of all, and harm to nobody. This is such beautiful energy. Oh, that's so funny. The kitty cat's got that full moon back in the background. So as we're entering this full moon stage, I feel like this is where it is going to start feeling a little bit dark. The pressure's going to start picking up a little bit. I believe the full moon is around August 28th or something like that. So within the next couple weeks, if you start feeling more of a pressure on you, on this idea that you're working on, you're being called to trust the process. And within a couple more weeks time after that, up to the following new moon phase, this is when this flourishing is really going to possibly really be like spreading its wings and stretching its beauty out to show the world in all of its glory. But yeah, that is the message. So I'm going to leave it at that. I know this is a collective message, so if this did not resonate with you, that's okay. That just means maybe the next one will. But if this did, I hope this helps you on this part of your journey, on this phase, and encourages you to not shrink away from the pressure. You know, push through that uncomfortable phase, and you will, or you don't have to, it's all up to you. This is all your free will. You don't have to do this, but you'd be amazed with yourself, with how far and how resilient you actually are when you sit in that uncomfortable moment and just let it happen, because it is part of the process and it's not going to last forever. It's just a part of growth, a part of transformation. It gets a little mucky, a little dirty sometimes, a little messy, but that's okay. We're all in this together, and make sure we're leaning on those who really support us. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. Have a beautiful weekend. Mwah! Catch you next time. Bye.